Hey Bears fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Chicago Bears. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. The rumor mill is spinning faster than ever tonight as shocking news hits the NFL world. DeAndre Swift, the electrifying running back, is reportedly out of Chicago Bears plans, and sources suggest a deal could be on the horizon that nobody saw coming. Fans and analysts alike are struggling to wrap their heads around the sudden shift, as Swift has been a centerpiece of the Bears' offense, a player who consistently created chaos for defenses and brought a spark whenever he touched the ball. Imagine the locker room reactions right now, where teammates are probably still in disbelief, exchanging whispers about the what-ifs and how could this happen moments that are now unfolding in real time. It's not just about the numbers, the stats, or the yardage. It's about the presence, the energy, and the identity that Swift brought to the team. And now, with negotiations reportedly heating up behind closed doors, the city of Chicago, the media, and the fan base are all bracing for a possible seismic shift that could redefine the Bears' offensive strategy in the upcoming season. The question on everyone's lips is simple yet haunting. Where could he end up? And what does this mean for the franchise that has so often struggled to maintain stability at key positions? Sources close to the situation suggest that Swift's camp has been in direct talks with multiple teams, exploring opportunities that could maximize his potential both on the field and financially. The rumors swirl about possible trade packages, draft picks, and player exchanges, but nothing is confirmed, leaving speculation to run wild across social media platforms and sports talk shows alike. Analysts dissect every tweet, every cryptic comment from team officials, trying to decode the signals that might indicate which direction the Bears are leaning. Meanwhile, fans are flooding forums and comment sections, sharing theories that range from the plausible to the outright fantastical, each one fueled by the shock of seeing a cornerstone player possibly walking out the door. The tension is palpable because in the NFL, momentum can shift in an instant, and the departure of a player like Swift isn't just a roster change. It's a psychological blow, a domino effect that could impact play calling, team morale, and even coaching strategies. As whispers turn into conversations and conversations into headlines, the reality of a Bears without Swift begins to sink in, and the excitement, fear, and speculation coalesce into a perfect storm of narrative intrigue that could dominate sports news for weeks. This isn't just another trade rumor. It's potentially a defining moment for the franchise, a scenario that forces everyone involved to reconsider plans, expectations, and the future trajectory of a team desperate to find consistency in a league defined by unpredictability. And as the hours tick by, each passing moment adds fuel to the fire, ensuring that this story isn't just fleeting gossip. It's shaping up to be a saga that could influence the landscape of the NFL in ways we can't fully predict yet. The tension surrounding DeAndre Swift's future with the Chicago Bears has reached levels rarely seen in the NFL, with insiders suggesting that the negotiations are anything but straightforward, a complex web of strategy, timing, and calculated risk. Every move, every statement, and every subtle hint from team executives or Swift's representatives is being analyzed under a microscope, as fans and pundits alike try to predict what the next shocking twist could be. It's not just about a single player leaving a single team. It's about the ripple effects that such a departure creates, sending shockwaves through locker rooms, altering draft strategies, and even influencing the decisions of other franchises watching closely. The Bears management is reportedly weighing options that could range from high-profile trades to creative multi-team deals, all while trying to maintain a semblance of stability in an offense that has relied heavily on Swift's dynamic presence. Meanwhile, speculation about potential suitors is running wild, with names of teams appearing on social media lists faster than reporters can verify them. Everyone is asking the same question. Is this a calculated move by Swift's camp to secure leverage, or a genuine pivot in his career that could redefine his trajectory in the league? Sources say the player himself remains focused yet guarded, aware that the spotlight is intense and every public action or private negotiation could have lasting consequences. The intrigue grows because this is not just a numbers game. There are relationships, trust, and professional reputations at stake, elements that are often invisible to fans but critically important in shaping the outcome. As the rumor spreads, so does the sense of urgency. Time is a factor, and each passing hour could be decisive, creating a narrative tension that feels almost cinematic in its unfolding. Fans, analysts, and commentators are glued to every update, parsing every word for hidden meaning, while the city of Chicago braces itself for what could be a historic and controversial chapter in the team's history. And as the NFL world watches, the story refuses to settle, morphing constantly, a living rumor that grows more tangled and fascinating with each new detail, promising that whatever happens next, the impact will resonate far beyond just the field. Now, continuing with paragraph 3 of the first part, sources close to the situation indicate that there are multiple layers to the potential departure of DeAndre Swift from the Chicago Bears, layers that involve more than just salary, playing time, or statistical output. It's about vision, fit, and long-term alignment between player and franchise. Observers are pointing out that Swift has consistently demonstrated elite athleticism, agility, and football IQ, traits that make him a coveted asset across the league. And this very desirability is fueling speculation about which teams might emerge as frontrunners in acquiring him. The rumor ecosystem is alive with scenarios ranging from blockbuster trades involving multiple players and draft picks to more discreet negotiations that could materialize in a sudden announcement, catching everyone off guard. Analysts are dissecting potential schemes and roster implications, trying to predict how a team acquiring Swift could reshape offensive strategies, while Chicago's own offensive plans hang in a delicate balance, pinning the outcome of talks that insiders describe as intense and fast-moving. Fans on forums, social media platforms, and sports talk shows are creating narrative arcs of their own, blending hope, fear, and wild imagination, often speculating about destinations, contract terms, and even potential coaching ramifications. Amid all this, the player's perspective remains a crucial yet opaque element, as Swift navigates his professional and personal priorities, aware that his next move could define his career for years to come. The city of Chicago, meanwhile, is caught between denial and anticipation, struggling to reconcile the possibility of losing a key offensive weapon with the reality that the NFL is a business driven by opportunity, performance, and timing. The rumor has become more than just news. It's a conversation, a storyline that dominates discussions, fills news feeds, and drives engagement across platforms, creating a living, breathing narrative that evolves with each passing hour. As speculation intensifies, everyone involved, from management to media, from fans to fantasy football players, is holding their breath, waiting for the next bombshell that will either confirm or completely upend the swirling theories that have taken over the league's attention. The speculation surrounding DeAndre Swift's potential exit from the Chicago Bears has taken on a life of its own, dominating sports talk and fueling debates that stretch from casual fans to veteran analysts. The nature of the negotiations, described by insiders as delicate and highly strategic, has created an atmosphere thick with anticipation, uncertainty, and the kind of tension usually reserved for blockbuster trades or controversial free agency moves. Every hint, from cryptic social media posts to offhand comments and interviews, is dissected and amplified, creating a feedback loop that only heightens the drama. Rumors about potential destinations for Swift range from teams that desperately need a dynamic back to those who are exploring multiplayer deals that could dramatically reshape their offensive strategies. Meanwhile, Chicago's coaching staff is reportedly re-evaluating options and contingency plans, as losing a player of Swift's caliber could necessitate a significant shift in both short-term game planning and long-term roster development. Fans are divided between hope that Swift might stay and apprehension about the unknown, with discussions online often escalating into heated debates about team loyalty, management decisions, and the overall philosophy of player utilization. The sheer unpredictability of the NFL makes this scenario even more tantalizing, as the outcome could influence not just one team, but the broader competitive landscape of the league. analysts speculate on draft implications, possible trade packages, and the timing of an official announcement, all while trying to balance credibility with the ever-pressing demand for instant updates. Social media, meanwhile, acts as both megaphone and magnifier, amplifying whispers into headlines and shaping the narrative in ways that traditional media could never achieve. As the rumor evolves, it becomes clear that the story isn't merely about a player leaving. It's about a chain reaction, a cultural and tactical shockwave reverberating across the NFL, one that fans and insiders alike are watching with rapt attention, fully aware that the implications could define a season, a career, and the identity of a franchise in one seismic move. Inside sources suggest that the intensity of talks regarding DeAndre Swift's future is unlike anything the Bears have encountered in recent years, with negotiations reportedly involving a complex interplay of timing, leverage, and strategic positioning. The potential trade scenarios being discussed are so elaborate that they could involve multiple teams, draft picks, and player swaps, creating a web of possibilities that has pundits and fans alike scrambling to predict the outcome. Swift's value, both on the field and as a marketable star, only adds to the intrigue, making every development a headline-worthy event. The locker room dynamics are also under scrutiny, as teammates reportedly watch with a mix of concern and curiosity, knowing that the departure of a key offensive weapon could dramatically alter the team's rhythm and morale. Social media has exploded with theories, ranging from plausible projections about Swift's next destination to imaginative scenarios that reflect the sheer unpredictability of NFL transactions. Analysts are debating potential coaching strategies, play-calling adjustments, and how the Bears might adapt to a post-Swift offense, all while maintaining the delicate balance between optimism and realism. Fans are equally divided, some expressing loyalty to the player and some questioning the management's long-term vision, resulting in a social narrative that feels as volatile as the trade discussions themselves. As the hours tick by, every comment from executives, insiders, and the players' camp is parsed for hidden meaning, fueling speculation and reinforcing the sense of a developing saga. The broader league watches as well, with rival teams evaluating how Swift's availability could influence their own roster decisions, adding yet another layer to an already intricate story. In essence, the rumor has transcended conventional news, transforming into a high-stakes drama that blends strategy, emotion, and anticipation in a way that captivates the entire NFL ecosystem. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The intensity of speculation around DeAndre Swift's situation has reached unprecedented levels, with reports suggesting that even minor developments are now capable of sending shockwaves through the NFL community. Sources indicate that both the Bears' front office and Swift's representatives are maneuvering with precision, each step carefully calculated to maximize leverage, influence public perception, and secure the best possible outcome. The potential trade discussions reportedly involve a mix of strategic considerations, from immediate roster needs to long-term franchise planning, highlighting just how pivotal a player of Swift's caliber could be in shaping an organization's trajectory. Meanwhile, fans and commentators have turned every interview, tweet, and press conference into fodder for speculation, interpreting even subtle cues as potential indicators of what might happen next. Analysts are dissecting potential trade packages, weighing the impact on offensive schemes, and projecting how Swift's departure or retention could affect team performance and standings. Within the Bears' locker room, teammates are reportedly grappling with the reality of change, balancing personal relationships with professional uncertainty, knowing that the outcome could alter both dynamics and morale. Social media amplifies the drama, as fans create narratives, generate polls, and debate possible outcomes with a fervor that mirrors the intensity of the rumor itself. Every passing hour heightens anticipation, as insiders hint at imminent developments while cautioning that surprises could emerge at any moment, maintaining an atmosphere of suspense that keeps everyone on edge. The scenario is further complicated by the broader implications across the league, as rival teams monitor the situation closely, evaluating how Swift's potential availability might influence their own strategic moves and roster adjustments. Ultimately, the swirling rumors, unconfirmed reports, and analytical projections converge to create a narrative that is both compelling and chaotic, reflecting the high-stakes nature of professional football and the powerful influence of a single player whose future is suddenly uncertain. As the DeAndre Swift saga unfolds, the tension surrounding the Bears and potential trade partners continues to escalate, with insiders reporting that negotiations are entering a critical phase. Every strategic consideration, from contract structure to player-for-player swaps, is being weighed meticulously, creating a chess-like dynamic that extends far beyond the field. Analysts are theorizing about the impact on offensive schemes, the implications for draft positioning, and how Swift's possible departure could redefine team identity, while fans on social media react with a mix of excitement, frustration, and disbelief. The narrative has taken on a life of its own, fueled by cryptic statements, insider leaks, and rampant speculation, making it difficult to separate fact from rumor. Meanwhile, the Bears coaching staff is reportedly exploring contingency plans, adjusting strategies, and considering alternative personnel moves to mitigate the loss of a dynamic running back whose presence has been central to the team's offensive rhythm. Swift's camp, on the other hand, appears focused on exploring opportunities that maximize both competitive and financial potential, navigating the complex landscape of negotiations with a combination of caution and ambition. Social media discussions have turned into a fevered exchange of theories, predictions, and imagined trade scenarios, reflecting the intensity of fan engagement and the widespread fascination with a potential blockbuster move. Every report, tweet, or insider comment is amplified, feeding the growing narrative that this is more than a routine transaction. It is a defining moment in the NFL, one that combines the unpredictability of the sport with the drama of high-stakes negotiation. Teams across the league are reportedly monitoring the situation closely, aware that Swift's availability could alter competitive dynamics and influence strategic decisions in multiple divisions. The story is a living, breathing rumor, evolving with each passing moment, captivating audiences and demonstrating the power of speculation in shaping perception, discussion, and anticipation at a scale rarely seen in professional sports. In this environment, every detail matters. Every whisper becomes news, and the anticipation of the next move has become almost unbearable for fans, analysts, and insiders alike. The unfolding saga of DeAndre Swift's status with the Bears is now a narrative that dominates sports news cycles, fueled by a combination of insider reports, social media speculation, and strategic positioning by both the players' camp and the franchise. Every development is dissected with meticulous attention, from potential trade partners and draft considerations to salary cap implications and coaching strategies, reflecting the high stakes of the situation. Analysts are evaluating Swift's impact on team dynamics, offensive versatility, and long-term planning, while fans engage in passionate debates that mix hope, fear, and creativity in imagining possible outcomes. The Bears front office is reportedly maneuvering through a maze of options, balancing immediate needs with broader strategic objectives, as Swift's potential departure represents both a challenge and an opportunity. Social media amplifies the drama, transforming whispers into headlines and giving life to theories that range from plausible to fantastical, ensuring that the narrative continues to evolve in real time. Within the locker room, players are reportedly processing the uncertainty, grappling with both professional implications and personal relationships, knowing that losing a key offensive contributor could alter cohesion and morale. Meanwhile, rival teams are monitoring developments closely, evaluating how Swift's availability could shift competitive balances, influence roster decisions, and potentially spark a domino effect across the league. The rumor has become more than a story. It is a spectacle, a constantly evolving drama that blends strategic analysis, human emotion, and the unpredictable nature of professional sports. Each hour adds intensity, each leak fuels debate, and every potential scenario keeps the NFL community on edge, waiting for the definitive moment when speculation becomes reality. As the saga continues, one thing is clear. The narrative around Swift is as compelling, unpredictable, and impactful as the player himself, ensuring that the drama will dominate conversations for weeks to come. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.